Okie dokie. It is New Year's. It is time to kick this puppy in the butt and get her ready. My kids are screaming in the background. It's a lazy day around the farm. I've had meetings galore already, and it is time for us to get started. Y'all shut up! Daddy's on the phone. Very good. Hey, what happened to the market? Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. Hope y'all having a great New Year. And we're going to have a wonderful time together. Let's see. Make sure I'm sharing my screen. New share. Beth, will you close the little thing there so they can, thank you. So my kids will shut up. All right. Dwayne's coming in the room. All right, everybody sees my screen okay? Everybody's fine? Hello, Dwayne. Good morning. Happy New Year. All right.
New Year to you, Bobby.
Thank you so much. What happened to the market, y'all?
You went down.
Apparently. I'm glad I got out of my ES put overnight, which was a pretty cool part on my thing. Let's see how much profit I made on that puppy. I put an overnight ES naked put on, and Sweet Bobby comes out with, how much money do I make? Y'all, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Put it on last night. Now, you'll notice one thing that I put this on the 3rd, but I wanted this trade to actually count toward my premium that I sell today. So I actually said that I entered it on the 4th, okay? So it would be counted this year. So I'm not lying. I'm not hiding anything that I did with the trade, but what I did was exit it. I put it on and received a credit of $45. I closed it at $26, and everybody's coming in the room now. I made $18.86. Yes! Because you always want your first trade of the year to go good, right? So my first trade of the year, I made $18, baby. We are headed to the Mickey D's to get some chicken nuggets. Emphasis on the chicken, not on the nuggets. So that looked good. Let's go to our action tab. See what our action tab says. Do I need to adjust my buying power? No, baby, you are good. If so, what? Do nothing. Will I be selling premium today? Yes, you will, Sweet Bobby. And remember, if I die, y'all help Sweet Beth do this. Make sure she knows at 10:30 she's going to sell premium, at 12:30 she's going to sell premium, and at 2:30 she's going to sell premium, all in the micro e-minis. And there's the delta she would sell. Now watch this. It says Monday, $338 is what I need to sell today, and it says my day is complete. Why is my day complete? Well, I fudged the numbers just a bit, remember, and I received credit of $45 on my ES trade overnight that I made that wonderful 18 bucks on. Let's round it to 19. It sounds so much better. And then I did a roll, let's show you that, of my gold position. I woke up this morning and my gold position was down like 100%. And so I panicked. No, I really didn't panic. And you shouldn't panic either. You wake up and you're like, oh no, what happened? You know, my little gold trade, what happened? Let's see, I've got that in the equity section. Let's see what happened to gold. We took a loss in gold. Dang it. So if you saw the GLD, and the reason this is under equities and not commodities, commodities is where I trade the commodity futures, right? So that's what happens there. So the GLD is not a future. It's just one of those little ETF-y thingies. And gold shot up today. And I'm like, oh, dang, what did I do? I had the 182 call. And it just boom right on, and I was in the money. So I had to close that. I bought it at $1.05. I closed it at $2.21. So I realized a loss in that trade of, how much loss? There we go. Final days of trade, profit and loss. Here it is. negative 117.10. And I'm like, dang it. Now, here's the cool thing. So it cost me $221.55 to close it. So I didn't panic. So I went out and I rolled my gold position from an 182 call. I went out to 184. So it gave me a little extra room, right? Let's get James in here. So it gave me a little extra room on that trade. And then I rolled it out and collected $2.96 on that. So it cost me $2.21 to close, but I collected a credit of $2.96 to keep the dream alive, baby. So even though I received a loss on that, what am I doing? I'm keeping my theta up, aren't I? I'm keeping my extrinsic value of my options up, and we're giving this a chance to fly. You know, it was a big move in gold, but that may come falling down. We don't know, but all I need is a good down day, and we'll close that for a profit. So what do? We do like we do every day, guys. Okay, it's just repetition. First, why don't we go and let's see how my squeaky clean Greeks are doing. Let's see how our Greeks are doing. I'm showing my account number. That doesn't mean y'all can. I hate these people that always hide their screens because they don't want you to see how much money they got in the particular account. I don't care that you see that I'm making $132 today. I don't care. And I don't care that you see I'm using $10,000 of buying power. And I don't care that you see that my net lick is 43 whatever. Was someone going to say something? Is one of y'all are going to use my account number against me or something? Someone was saying something. Hopefully y'all won't drag out my account and take all my money. I trust you guys, okay? So, first thing I do is let's look at our squeaky clean Greeks and see how we're doing. 31.95 negative. So we go to our spreadsheet and we go to the one that says net lick, first of all. I've already recorded my net lick of 43,560.64, which is close to what it is today. So let's go ahead and just leave it there. And let's see how my Greeks are doing for the day. I've got short-term memory, y'all. I cannot remember. So negative 31.95. Let's put that back in. Negative 31.95.95. Then what is that sweet, sweet theta? That's what we're really concerned about. We are theta traders. 28.50, let's say. 28.50. You always want that to be positive. We always want money coming into our account. 28.5. What is my Vega? Vega's the scary stuff with trades. That's when volatility goes up and you get negative 66.90. Very manageable. Negative 66.90. Okay. TV ratio is 0.43. What are the standards for that? The ideal ratio is of 0.2 or above. And I really should say that it's fine that that's negative, right? Because that will be a negative number for us. So I'm fine. That ratio is fine. So it should be negative 0.2 or greater. We're fine there. Delta Vega. What does that say? SPY weighted delta should be 1/2 of my Vega. So that should be 0.50. My gosh, am I dang good. Your delta to theta, using SPX delta, normal range is negative 0.5 to positive 0.5. Well, look at me. I'm sweet there. My net lick is around that. How much buying power am I using after I closed my trade and adjusted my trade? Let's go back to that. We are using 10.696. Let's say 10.696. Oh boy. 10.696. Okay. So I am using 24.55% of my buying power. Am I within the guidelines? It looks like I am. I think we're in the VIX to 2030, right? which says that I should be using a 35% maximum buying power. So all of these little ratios that I've got built in here, they come from Tasty Trade research from their market measure segments, and it allows you to not be over allocated, not taking on too much risk. Now, the only thing that I don't like is my low little theta. Look at that. Theta, theta, theta. It is at 0.07% of my net lick when the rule says what? Our rule for theta says that that should be, hold on if I can get it there, that should be between 0.10% and 1%. I'm a little bit on the slow side, okay? I'm a little upset about that, to be honest with you. We need more theta. That's how you make your money, selling options. And so when we go to the adjustments, these two columns represent Tasty Trade adjustments. If you're going to keep 1/2 of your delta to Vega ratio, so delta of say 20 and Vega of 40, right? You want to keep it negative to negative. So mine says, Bobby, if you really want to get technical, you need to sell 1.5 shares of SPY. Gosh, that's so close, y'all. But I don't follow this right now anyway. What I'd rather follow is suggested SPY beta delta neutrality adjustment. You can read the little thing there. It's kind of based on a combination between Option Alpha's recommendation and Tasty Trade recommendation, and I prefer column Q, which says, Bobby, you, young man, you are fine as far as your delta. You just need a little more theta. Now, click on the Weekly Premium tab. Weekly Premium tab tells me this is my current net lick, if I want a 50% yearly return, then my desired profit throughout this next 12 months as we journey together will be $21,000. I expect to retain 25% of the theta that I sell. So over the next 52 weeks, now this is a number that will change over time, right? As my net lick goes up or down, then that will go up, but it gives me a monthly goal. Today is January 4th. We're going to sell $7,260 worth of premium this month of January, which means weekly I need to sell $1,688, and on a daily basis I need to sell $338 in premium. And today says day complete. Now yours may say day complete if you hadn't done anything, okay? Got to work on that. Or it may say, it may have zero there, it may have nothing. But in order to get your premium, you got to sell, right? So it said that I needed to sell 338. So we go to here, we've got week 1 that started today and ends on the 10th. I have sold $341 of premium. Ka-ching! Sweet Bobby is on top of it. I've done everything I'm supposed to. Where did that come from? That came from that ES overnight trade that I traded, which technically was on the 3rd and wouldn't be counted here, but I wanted it counted. And it comes from the roll of my GLD trade. So I collected that premium. So it says I'm done. I'm 20% on target for the week, right? So as that goes tomorrow, I should be 40% done, 60, 80, and then finally on Friday, I'll be 100% done. It tells you that you've got remaining premium of $1,347, and my profit or loss during the week because of that evil GLD that I closed for a loss, it is saying that I've lost $98 for the week. My premium capture is not 25%. It's a negative $28, which means all hope is gone. Look at this. My projected yearly profit, I should lose $57,000 this year. Did y'all leave so far? Okay, it's one day, y'all, okay? If I were to keep this up for the entire year, I'm going to do horrible, right? I'm going to lose $1,096 a week. But it says I've sold premium of $341, and my total selling profits this year are $98.24. Nothing to worry about. It is day 1. But this is important for you guys to go in and to make sure that you monitor this each and every day. And that's how simple it is. Without you talking to somebody, because if you talk to somebody about this, you're going to put them to sleep. If you talk to your family about it, they're going to think that you have lost your mind. They're going to say that you need to be locked up or put away somewhere. So don't do that. You will, this is keeping you in control, you know, because you sit here and you go, it's 2021, what do? You don't know what to do. I know what to do every day. I know what to do if I pass on to Glory, to Chili Jordan's Tide, and Sweet Beth has to run this puppy. She can sell premium 3 times a day in the micros, and she'll be fine. So it's really, really a beautiful little strategy that tells me I am done for the day. So what do I do now? Well, I could go and play with the goats. I could go play with the chickens. Oh, by the way, we've got a hen. First time she started laying on her eggs. I mean, like, what do they say? They go broody. So she's laying on her eggs. And I'm hoping like 30 days from now, we'll have little chickens outside, which is going to be very, very exciting for the kids. All right. So with that said, let's go to my monitor tab in Thinkorswim, see if we've got any problem children, anything we need to work on. I'm up $153 for the day, it says. And let's see if there's anything. We made that gold adjustment. I like sorting by profit and loss. Whoa, 320%. We're down $72 on DraftKings. Whose idea was that? Huh? I think that was Jolly's idea. He's not here, is he? We'll blame that one on him. We're only down $72. It says 321%. Seems like we're horrible with that one, but let's see if our winners, if there's anything we need to take care of. Wow, we're bringing in $74 today on Apple. It says we're up $291 on that one. Now, I just want to make sure of something, though. If I close my Apple position, which is a strangle with 18 days left, how much is that going to cost me just to take that off? Create closing order, buy a strangle. Let's put this in here. It's going to cost me about $1.41 or so, $1.39, $1.41. I just want to check that on my spreadsheet because that's a roll. And I want to make sure that equities. Let's go to my Apple trade. By the way, if you downloaded the 2021 spreadsheet, you have all my opening trades on there. Okay, so Apple is a rolled position. Let's see what we would get. We got a credit of 428 for 430, and we can close that. What did I say? 241, $2.41, which would mean I would have a $186 profit on that, which I believe is larger than the loss that we had when we rolled it. Sounds good to me. I say we go cha-ching and take our profits. All right, let's try that at $1.40 before that changes and goes any higher. $1.40, cha-boom, cha-boom. Let me see if I get that sweet little vibration in my phone. No vibration. All right, let's go up a penny or two. I hate pennying up, but you might as well take winners when you got them. And this has only got 18 days to expiration, so I don't want to roll it again, do I? Did I move that up? There we go. Sweet, baby. Hey, wait a minute. We got filled at, let's see on my phone here. Oh, guys, you ought to be doing this if you're in your bathroom, at work, whatever you're doing. Let's see. My order. I was filled at, oh my gosh, I was filled at $1.39. Check it out. So, let's do that. Let's put that in at $1.39. And that's going to make my stats look good. We're not padding the stats. We're not pulling a Philadelphia Eagles. I love it that the Giants fans are upset about that. It's Philadelphia. What do you expect from them? Did they throw the game? Yeah, they threw the game. It's Philadelphia. They hate Santa Claus, y'all. I mean, come on. What'd I say I got filled on that? Wait a minute. 139, not 239. 139. Make sure. I'm losing it. 139, not 241 or 239. Oh, that makes my profit even bigger, y'all. Check it out. Profit or loss of $288. How does Sweet Bobby do it? Trust me. There ain't no secret. All right, so we exited that trade on 1, 4. Now, here's the thing. If you put in 20, you're going to freak this thing out, right? This final number of days is going to go all freaky on you, and you're going to go, days held, oh, it'll mess you up. Don't forget, we're in 2021. 1, 4, 21. All right, so we closed that puppy, took our $288, which is much better than I thought. And that's really, how did we measure that? So that was a 50% profit. So in my notes, I'll say it was 60%, but that's not one of my choices. We took 50% profit on that. The favorite part, y'all, is doing this little part here where you drag over and you go green, baby. Green. Oh, yeah. How does Sweet Bobby do it? And then we go to my weekly premium tab. And now it says my profit or loss during the week is $190. Now we don't go to the McDonald's anymore. Now we go to Red Lobster, baby. Huh? Cheddar Bay biscuits on me. I guess those are free there. And my premium capture rate went from a horrible negative something, saying I was going to lose 50-something thousand on the year. Again, we're on day 1, y'all. Now it says, Sweet Bobby, you're going to make $28,000 profit because you demand you're going to make 65%. We project every week you're going to make 551. Take these with a grain of salt, y'all. I just did that for fun on the right side, just to kind of project and play. Hey, if I were to keep on doing what I'm doing today, how will I do? Okay? Now, what's the problem with closing winning trades? You remember that little sweet theta that you and I had together? Oh, the nectar of the gods, y'all, is now down to 17. And if I put that in my spreadsheet and smoke it, then it says that 17 is my theta. Let's say 17.32. Then it's going to be like, oh man, you are such a loser. Look, this goes down to, come on, 0.04. It's like, my spreadsheet's almost saying to me, why even bother, you fat slob? Look at you. Oh, it's just horrible. So what do? Well, you got to find new trades, don't you? So we got us some good negative delta. Well, first of all, is there anything else we need to take care of? Let's see. XLK, that was one we rolled too, wasn't it? Looks like profit on the day, 72.50. Yeah. Snap is up a bit, but down 18 on the day. I never want a winning trade to go negative. Somebody's dogs are barking. James, what kind of dog is that? Man, that thing sounded ferocious, almost like a dinosaur. I'll bet you anything that's a chihuahua. We're out of that position. I don't want Snap to go to a loser. How many days we got on Snap? I don't even know what we got in there. We've got oh my gosh, we got 11 days in that puppy. We're down 16 on the day. Man, what should I do? I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to eat a ham sandwich for lunch and think about what I want to do with Snap. I definitely don't want that to go negative. We've only got 11 days on it. I probably should manage that some way, roll it out, close it, do something. Silver, we told you someone was having problems with silver. We've got a strangle in silver. Looks like it's not a problem child for the day. Apple is closed. My E-mini trade, Sweet Bobby did great on that. Gold was a problem for me. I rolled it out. IWM is up on the day. That trade doesn't have any days at all on it. Hey, that one may actually go positive today. We'll see, with the market going down a bit. VIX, well, we expect that to be a loser, but look, VIX is up $83 today. My hedge is working. Bobby, you're only down $90. Look at you. So VIX is up. Volatility's up. We're going to have a very volatile year, y'all. I just believe it with all my heart. You think 2020 was something? What do you say 2021? EWW, I am down 39. in that. What do we have in there? Another one of those evil strangles. And that one has 25 days to go. So not right yet that we need to do something with it. Oh, no. Here's my problem child for the day. My micro E-mini with 46 days to go is down 53%. Jeez. Chewy says I'm down 68% on that, but I'm making 20 bucks on that today. That one's been all the way to almost 100% loser, I think. What do I have in there? I have a in-out spread, I think, on Chewy. When was I betting against Chewy? Probably something in those charts. And this one, remember, we're blaming this one on Jolly, right? He was our, this is where I actually bought shares with the premium that I sold. I've got a little bit of a positive little something another call spread there. And then I sold a put. So we got plenty of days on that. We got 25 days on that. I'm not worried about DraftKings at this moment, but I do want to look at our micro E-mini trade. And let's just see where that little baby's at for the day. I like to see what delta it is. See if I want to do anything with it. See, here's the thing, guys. When you're in control and your spreadsheet tells you you're on this path of righteousness, so to speak, you don't worry about these things. I've got negative delta, even though this is a positive delta trade. Let's see where that puppy is at for the day. Come on. That's a 20 delta. What was it when I put it on? It's probably a 15. So look, it's still way out of the money. This thing is 33.30. No problem whatsoever. So I don't want you to ever go, oh, Bobby, my position's down. I'm scared to death. What do I do? It ain't nothing but a thing. Because we know we've got negative deltas. We're up on the day. The market's down. Even though we've got a positive delta trade in our micro, see, it's 8.64. We are sweet, baby. We are sweet. Okay, now, let us look at the trade that we were going to think about. Here's the E-minis. I always watch that puppy to see. Look at there. Just when we thought she was crashing, she comes right back up. She's almost to the 50% line. Let's see how she looks on our volume profile. Let's pull that over. Our E-minis. Seems like my computer's working a little bit faster today, doesn't it? As I say that, watch it take an hour for this to pull up. Come on. Oh, man. Never brag. It's like bragging on your wife. You brag on her, the next thing you know, you're in the doghouse. Okay. Y'all, I mean, could you have predicted this anymore? Look at this. Are we wizards or are we what? I mean, think in mind that I drew this chart last night. Let me make sure I don't lie to you. Make sure I didn't lose my mind. Yes, I drew this December for Jan. I drew the market profile. I mean, call me the smartest man on earth, right? Because this is a 30-minute chart. So the day started in here somewhere. Right? Oh, here it is, 2020. And then here was our first bar. This area was what? Let me get my little drawer out so we can draw. Where's my pen? The kids think this pen is a play toy, and it's not. So let's draw where we were over. Why are you going down there to the bottom? Hold on. This is our area where price was overbought. So I knew from the chart that I drew that price was overbought. What did we find over here with the volume profile? Volume profile told us that this was the point of control. You see the little red line there. That's where the most volume was traded. And in a very predictive manner, we drew this chart figuring that price would touch it, which it did. And then what happened to price? Price retreats right back down to the 50% level. Look at that. Y'all, this is sweet. Don't tell anybody about this. Keep this our little secret, okay? Because this is kind of cool stuff. But it went right down. I mean, I couldn't have projected this anymore. I mean, we figured it was up here. We figured we'd have a pullback to here and a pullback to the 50% area. Would not surprise me if we have a pullback where? Right down here. And then past this point for the month, it will now be oversold. So am I going to sell an E-mini tonight? No, I sold one last night, didn't I? But I felt pretty good about what was, well, this isn't overnight hours, but I felt pretty good about what was happening overnight, so there's no problem there. But y'all, remember fair value. I'm going to draw the but. It's not actually a but that's the fair value range. And if you can have a slight edge on direction, I think we're going to make a lot of money. Y'all just don't tell everybody about this. Keep it our little group here, okay? So let's clear that out and talk about something else. Now, is this always right? No. Let's check it gold. Remember, gold was my problem child today, right? Let's type in gold and see how bad wrong we were. We sold a call just when you brag on yourself and you say, man, I know everything. The market proves you wrong. Remember, I don't know jack shite, and neither do y'all. Making sure my kids ain't in here. Because here's what we thought. Let me see, did I draw gold last night? No. Edit. See what that is. Nope, that's November for December. It is no longer valid. We got to redraw that puppy. So let's take it off, right click, and remove. Now, I'm going to draw it quickly, but remember that if you are seeing this for the first time, and we've got some new people with us today, then I have a full class. Go back through the scroll, you'll see it. I've got a class that we did on drawing those puppies. If I can find my right chart. Where's my clean chart? Clean, baby, clean. Let me find it. So that's my second screen. I've got so many of these open. No wonder everything's so slow. Where's clean? Clean. Ah, clean. Here it is. Pull my clean chart over. Now, this is where we scare people, right? This is where we scare the new kids. New kids, if you're in the room, do not leave us. I swear this will be good. We've got several members in our room that are already drawing these. I'm going to go quickly. But like I said, we have a whole hour or so class on this puppy. So we want to make sure that this is on day. And we want to make sure it's on 3 months. 3 months, 1 day. That looks good. So we go to gold. This is the month of December. So let's get our little tool that we need. And we're going to go for I always get them mixed up. We're going to go for the retracements tool. We're going to draw from the low to the high. Low to the high. Low to the high. There. We're going to right click. We're going to edit. This is the stuff y'all don't need to tell anybody about. And we're going to put the high and the low for this month, which is going to tell us up here, H and L for this month. But if you move it over here, you can get the wrong numbers, right? It's going to give you the October numbers. You got to be over here when you calculate it. So the high was 178.4. I like that exactly right. 178.4. Let's go in. 178.4. And let's go to the low for December was 169.3. Oh man, I almost drew it perfectly. All right, so we draw that there. What do we see? We see that the 50% line is a little bit higher than our little green, little point of control there. But notice the volume profile, this is the amount of volume that was mostly traded during the month, is the exact same as the amount of time that was in the month. So those are both at the same level. You don't always see that, but you see in gold, that's a pretty common occurrence, isn't it, over the last couple of months. So now we go and grab our Fibonacci extension. Yep, Fibonacci extension. You start from the 50 line, draw it to, draw it to the middle of the green line, somewhere in there like that. Hit left click, and then we're going to pull her down to the 100% line, like so. Boom, right on it. Next step is to right click. I'm going to activate that drawing. We're going to take the 100 line down to this 200 line. So I'm going to grab it, grab and go 100 down to the 200. So we get that right on it. Almost there. That's pretty close. Then we're going to come up and we're going to drag this little, see that little dash line going up? We're going to go to the top of that. We're going to drag the 0 down to the top of this first little point that we put on the little thing there. So we pull her down. Come on. And we're going to get the 0 right in line with the top of that little red. Come on, just a little. There you go. Sweet. Hit the escape key, right click on this little puppy. You have served your purpose. Off with you. Then we will right click this chart. We'll name it. If you don't put a name on it, you'll never remember when you drew these things. That's why I always say with this one is December. We drew it for December. Projecting January. So I say December for Jan. Okay. And I like to set color for all my curves to be green. You can change it any color you want to, but if you're playing along at home. Now let's go back to the sweet chart here. And what does it tell us? Well, here's what it tells us. It tells us that we've run out of chart, doesn't it? Let's see. And pull this down. Yep, it tells me that we've run out of chart. That's no problem though. We can move it. We can duplicate this thing, but here's what I know. Here's what we know. This was the fair value range, right? And in this area, price is overbought. Here's the but of fair value. And here is oversold condition for this particular range, right? But we have several fair value ranges within the green monster chart that we draw. But look what happens. So gold today spikes, right? But what's it now doing? It's now pulling back down. And it wouldn't surprise me at some point to see a further pull back because this has totally thrown volume profile into a tizzy. And we got 0 volume here. We have what is called a gap of volume. No volume traded there. Would not surprise me to see this little gap fill. But I could be totally wrong. This thing could go to the moon. And then what would I do? I would have to say, Bobby, you don't know what you're doing. You got the lines all incorrect. And close it, or we're going to be right. We're going to make a little money. All right? I think we're going to make money. All right, so let's see if we can duplicate that. I always hate duplicating them. I'm like, man, how come it just doesn't work, right? How come I got to duplicate this thing and redraw it? So let's right click. Let's see if we can duplicate it. There you go. So it gives us another one. Let's see if we can pull that one up to where it has all of our levels up there. Okay. Let's see if I can do this correctly. We want to make sure we have a, so you basically just duplicated the whole little puppy, and we got to fix it to where we have, my eyes are getting bad, y'all, so I got to pull up where I can see what's going on. See if I can get this correct. If we put the 80 there, then we've got, let's see how that looks. Make sure I was doing this correctly. I don't think that's right. It's one of these things I'm going to get my son Devin to come do because his eyes are so much better than mine. Let's see, that actually might look right. Let's see. Make sure we've got an oversold and overbought condition for all of it. And I think we do. Let me let loose of that. Let's see what we got. All right. So we duplicated that puppy. So let's draw for you. This is our fair value range, right? Fair value. This is where we thought price would interact, but the market proved us to be total idiots, as it often does. And we went from a point of being overbought to now, for this range above us, price is now oversold. And here is the overbought condition for that fair price range. And here's oversold. And it just keeps on going, y'all. Fair value, if we were to get up there, overbought, oversold above. Okay? Don't get freaked out by this if it is your first day, because it is kind of tricky. All right? So, now let's go back to our little volume profile chart that I love so much. Let's see what it's showing us. Volume profile. Volume profile. Ain't she pretty? All right, so we'll just watch price. This is the oversold condition for this fair price range. Okay, so no further adjustments on that. Now, in the room last week over the holidays, while we were enduring 4 of the longest days of our lives where we could not trade, we were talking about a few things, weren't we? And one of those was PLTR. I hear people pronounce it, and it's one of those things I don't know how to pronounce good, so I'm not going to even mention it. Oh my gosh. Look at this, y'all. How interesting. Now, I need to figure out, remember, all your green charts that you've already drawn for November to December are off. So you need to redraw December for January. So this one has been redrawn. And as I look at it, you're going to sit there and say, oh my gosh, Bobby, how do you do this? I don't know how it works. I wish I did. I call it voodoo, but it's pretty amazing. Watch this. So drawing this December for January, watch what price does. Price comes down into an area of being oversold. And it's almost like, hey, wait a minute, y'all. Bobby drew this chart, remember? So we can't have price here. We've got to get back into the fair value range. Where's the fair value range? It's the but. Fair value range. That entire range is fair value. Look, interestingly, the point of control for volume is that red line. Look where our little 50% line is. The center of fair value is there. Isn't that cool? It's just cool. Now, I've been playing with some stuff. Let me see what it looks like on our other chart. The other thing that we do is we go to our, let me pull this up where you can see it. Final thing we do is we go to Trading View. I think that looks a little better, doesn't it, y'all? I've been doing that on a white background, but I've changed that to a dark background. I think you can see it a little easier. So let's type in PLTR, however you pronounce it. I don't even know what they do. And see what we've got going on. Wow. So this is what I was drawing yesterday. Drew a little channel. I did a little expected move. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I think we're going to break out of the channel. I think we're going to have an expected move down to here. Did we? Well, I'll be dang. It happened in a day. And I just drew this yesterday. It's very, very cool. So we've got out, this is a 5-minute chart. Let's look at it on a daily. See if we can type in a day there. See if that makes a difference. Oh, I remember we don't have a linear regression. I mean, because we're using 100 periods, and this puppy has not been with us. But since, what, end of September, 1st of October? Let's see what a 30-minute looks like. 30-minute. You never close your eyes. Look at this. This little puppy is in a little downward little trend on a 30-minute, isn't it? But it met my target. I thought price would go down here. It did, and now it's bounced back up a bit. So this is one of those that we were thinking about wheeling. And wheeling, or if you just want to sell puts, or you want to do whatever, let's go to Tastyworks. I like seeing IV rank, and you would figure if the stock is down, that IV rank is going up, right? PLTR. Sounds like a disease. All right, so IV rank is 27.9, but keep in mind, we don't even have a year's worth of data on this little puppy, do we? So, interestingly enough, this is a 5-minute chart. Let's see the daily. See what that looks like. Yeah, just don't like that. 3 weeks, how about 6 months? There we go. So this is where it kicked in. We see what she's doing there. She's gone down today. If you look at the implied volatility of the individual, let's go to the table. Let's see what it is. Okay, I like looking at this. Okay, so we got some earnings coming up, looks like on February 11th. For some reason, it's always easier for me to see all of this stuff in the expiration or in Tastyworks. IV for January the 8th is 102, y'all. It's at 104 for the 15th. $2 expected move. You know, this is one of those that I go, I may just sell an option expiring on the 8th. Or maybe I'll go the 15th. Give me a little more time. Let's just look at this, since this is the highest implied volatility. But Bobby, you could go out to, 46 days and get 106% volatility. Yeah, you could. You gotta, if you do though, you may be holding that thing through that February 11th, but we could manage 21 days. It depends. Let's see what a January 15th, if we can sell anything here and see if we could do something. Let's see, probability in the money of about, how much would you guys want to collect? The 33% probability in the money. Expiring on the 15th, you could collect 75. Let's see, 75 cents. Let me see this. Review and send. Trade cost, net debit at 13. Why does it say net debit? What else is on there? Have I got something else marked? Oh, I bet I do. I gotta clear everything. Hold on. Just delete the leg. I bet you I've got something in here somewhere. Have I got something pulled up somewhere? I don't know. But I'm also thinking, I could get a payday coming this week. Here's the expected move. It's within the expected move. If I sell a 22 there, 29 cents isn't enough for me. There, collect 41. Let's see. How much could you collect if we went out to where this highest implied volatility is? We don't want to go 74 days. That's more than what we want. But what if we sold a put? Yeah, you can get out of the expected move or right at the end for about 82% at about a 25% probability, which would be interesting. Let's see that on the curve. It's something that I'm really thinking about. Let's see. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's go back to my chart. Our volume profile. We're at the lower range of that value, aren't we? Interestingly enough. Actually, the stock's up today, which is no surprise, right? We're thinking we're at the bottom here, may go back up to the top. Let's see what we're seeing in my Thinkorswim platform. If we go to the trade page, go to the trade tab, and let's type her in. PLTR. And y'all, these are the decisions you make each and every day. You'll notice that these amounts are a little bit different than they are in Tastyworks. But what if we went to the 46? What if I went to that 15 delta And what if I did bring in 82 cents on that? Mid price of 84. And it's one of those that I go, you know, if the stock goes totally against me, what's your maximum loss? So if I confirm and send, it's only taking me $321 of buying power to make that trade. Now, remember, Tasty Trade did a study on strangles that said the chance of you losing more than the buying power required to put on a trade, in a strangle anyway, and I'm extrapolating that onto short put, is like less than 1% chance of you losing more than the buying power required. So my buying power required is $322. So effectively, you would say that's my maximum risk. Now, is that necessarily the case? No. My maximum profit is $84. My maximum loss, if this thing goes to kaplooey and goes to zero, is $1,666. How would we survive? That's if the company goes bankrupt, right? That's if it just crashes and burns. And one of you guys told me the other day, this company's been in business since what, 2003 sometime? Yeah, who knows? So if I'm collecting $84 and my buying power is $321, is that a great return on capital? Well, let's see. And we open up our little calculator and we go $84 is what we're getting, and our buying power to put that trade on is $322. You're getting 26%. Let's see, right? Because you carry your two. Yep, carry on 2 over. 26% return on capital. Danged if that don't sound good to me. And my maximum risk, if the company goes bankrupt, is $1,666. If it does go bankrupt and we get movement on this stock past our strike, I mean, what are we going to do? We are going to roll out in time, aren't we? And to a point that we collect more credit, we're getting more extrinsic value, and let's make the trade. I'm making the trade. Keep in mind, it's a short put. I don't want to get a sign necessarily. If I get a sign, I'll take the shares, but I don't think I'll have to. I think we can keep rolling and rolling and rolling and still collect the credit. So with that being said, I'm going to sell that put. Now that's going to give me some positive deltas, but it's going to increase my theta. Let's see if we can analyze that trade. Here's what you do. You go analyze trade. Let's see exactly what that gets us. Let me take it off of this, and I'm going to go to expiration 1, since we'll only have one position in that. And we'll say, I'll take that off of portfolio. We'll go to single symbol, hide simulations. And this puppy should pull up hide simulations. What if we, oh no, hide positions. There we go. Now it should show us, yep, because it's a simulation, right? So you go hide positions, show simulations. That's going to get me positive 16 deltas. It's going to get me, I don't care about gamma, it's going to get me $2 in theta, of daily theta. It's going to give me a little bit of vega. And you know what? I like it. I like it. I like it. And we're making this decision based on, number one, this chart, right? I see a price move back to that point of control, back to the center line, and I feel good about the trade. If it goes against us, we will move that. Has it moved any in the price? Let's see. No, let's try the mid price of 84, because I'm a greedy son of a gun. It's the way I operate. Getting ready for the vibration in my phone. Vibrate, baby. Come on. Nothing. We're going to move her down to 83. Now the natural's down to 81. Well, let's go to 82, see if we get filled. Don't want to go too far. Now the natural's at 82. I should try 83, but I want to get it filled for you guys here. Come on. Vibrate. There it went. sold. PLTR. Now let's log the trade so you can see how to use it in the spreadsheet, because it's always good to see that. So we're going to right click right on that option, and we're going to do copy. Okay. And let's go to the spreadsheet. That is an equity PLTR. I like them in all caps. PLTR. We did a Johnny 1 lot. What strike did we sell? Well, let's see. We sold the 17.5 put. Hey, baby.
16
We have 16 eggs, y'all. Tell everybody that again. Let me take. How many eggs we got?
16.
Is the chicken still sitting on them?
No.
Okay.
We went to fed them.
Okay. We got more chicken feed? That's good. All right. They're excited, y'all. Our chickens are laying. All right, so I'm going to paste that there, which tells us the price of that option. What was our, we did a short put, and we did I think that was a 15 delta, wasn't it? I think so. And we did that at 46 days to expiration. Tom Sosnoff of Tasty Trade would be very happy with us. Well, he wouldn't be happy because we didn't use his current brokerage. We used the other brokerage. We're going to put that in for January 4th of 21. Okay. And what was the price we got on that? A sweet 82 cents. And after it calculates our commission on that, we brought in $81.45. Oh, crap. We're already down 6% on the trade. So we should fold our hands and go to the house. No, not really. You'll always see that in a credit trade. You're always going to be negative when you put those on. So don't freak out. Now let's go back to our weekly premium. See how that says. Oh, wow, look at us. Now we've got 25%. We sold $423. We've brought in profits today of $190, 45% capture rate. You and I are on our way to I take this with a little bit of grain of salt because it's our first day, right? We're on our way to a 65% return. Then what do? Well, at some point during the day, at the end of the day, I'll go in, and I won't bore you with it now, but I will go in and adjust my Greeks for the day. Adjust my buying power, my theta, my vega. But hopefully our theta went up just a little bit. Let's see. Theta is 17.32. What are we now? We'll go back to our account. And what do we do? Go to the monitor tab. There you go. Sweet, sweet 19, almost 20. And we still, even though we added 0.65 positive delta, you're saying, Bobby, wait a minute. The delta was higher in the analyze tab. That's right. Because it was not beta weighted delta, right? So the beta weighted delta is 0.65. We're still negative delta in case the market corrects against us, goes down. We're still positive theta. Our negative vega is still very manageable. Look at this. Our buying power actually has gone down. Isn't that crazy? Our altogether buying power is only at 9,378. All right, guys, that is it for the day. Unless you guys have a question, you want me to look at a particular stock or underline, you got me, baby. I'm here. Let's do it. Not everybody at once. Anybody? Have I missed the chat anywhere? Make sure I haven't missed the chat. 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 I don't see anything in chat. Let me go back to our Discord channel. Jolly, are we still on for the day? Dude, it's 12:51. Let me tell him, yeah. Dude, where you been? I bet he slept late today. And remember, we're blaming Jolly for our losing trade in DraftKings, right? All right, guys. If there's nothing else, that will do it for the day. I'll post this video later in case you came in late or you missed something. Don't forget, we do have the class posted in our Discord room on drawing those those green monsters, the voodoo. If you have any questions about that, just shoot me a message and we'll go over it. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.